Welcome everybody to another episode of HomeKit Insider. You've got me, Andrew O'Hara, here with my pal and secret collector of VHS copies of the TV show Wishbone. It's Stephen Robles. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I forgot about Wishbone. I got all those DVDs sitting in the garage. No, I've actually never heard of that show.
Oh, VHS. You collect the VHS.
VHS, so. Right? VHS.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, as per usual, what you have said applies somewhat to a recent experience of mine, even though you didn't plan for it. It was Father's Day last month, and I got my dad. I went on eBay. He has a briefcase full of high 8 cassette tapes of home family movies.
I hope you were saying money. Just like a TV
just a
sized
pile of money.
Dang it. Okay.
No. He has a briefcase, an Ocean's 11 briefcase full of money. No.
That would have been a great random thing.
That would have been great, yeah. No, he's got all these high 8 video tapes from his cameras that he, filmed our family over the decades, and his camera stopped working. And so I went on eBay, as you do, and I got one of those Sony high 8 camcorders that still work. So I got that for him for Father's Day. And then on Amazon, you can get these like RCA video connector to USB stick digital converters. And so he has been digitizing our family videos. Like I now have videos of myself from when I was like a year old and younger. And he's just been digitizing them. And it works. You got to do it in real time, which is kind of cumbersome, but it's working. He's digitizing high 8 cassette tapes, or whatever you call those tapes. So anyway, just thought I'd share that. It's pretty wild. Digitize those things. If you have like old school camcorder tapes and stuff, digitize them. Otherwise, they degrade. They go away. But anyway, all right. So we got some Prime Day deals, but we're going to get to that in a minute because we want to let you know what's going on sale tomorrow as you listen to this episode, as it comes out on Monday. Prime Days are Tuesday and Wednesday, so we'll get to some of those deals from all of our favorite brands, the great HomeKit brands. But let's hit some news first. First of all, Smartmi launches a new air purifier in North America. So if you're in the market for a HomeKit purifier, they had their P1 air purifier. Now they have a new model. Here's the pronunciation challenge, Andrew. I don't know. How would you pronounce JYA? How would you pronounce that, Andrew?
I would say just Gia. I don't know. It could be just Ya. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that is it's JYA Fjord. I know how to say Fjord.
Yeah, but to say Ya next to Fjord makes sense to me. So
that is true.
Who knows? I don't know.
That is true. The Fjord is a new air purifier, and it's HomeKit, of course. It covers a large area up to 580 square feet, or a 580 square foot room. It's got fancy purification systems like NanoGuard technology and all that. But, of course, it works with HomeKit, and it's available in the U.S. It is a little pricey. It's $399, so $400 for this air purifier. But I forget, the other air purifiers we have in this space, and they're kind of in the same range, right, Andrew? Molecules like 300-400. Yeah. They're all kind of the same.
They're all sitting right around that spot.
Yeah. So nice to have another one in the space in the market for air purifier. I have a dumb air purifier, and it's just dumb. It just sits there, and I guess it purifies the air. It's called an air doctor. I don't know what you call an air doctor. Ophthalmologist is for eyes. Is that an oxygenologist? I don't know.
Airtologist, because they just do all air, not just the oxygen.
Oh, that is true. That's true. An airtologist. Yes.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that.
It's fancier. It's a higher degree than the oxygenologist. That's like a lower one, and then the airtologist is above that. Yeah, it's a whole extra certification to get.
Right, I like where your head's at.
Anyway, Steven, I don't know if you saw too, but it looks like they're giving away filters for free for that new Fjord air purifier, because on their US website you can add it to the cart and you get a free filter with checkout. So $400 and you get the free filter. Filter's like $60. So yeah, if anyone's interested, there's
and also it has casters. So it's got little wheels on the bottom, so you can actually wheel it around rather than lugging it around your house, which is pretty nice. Because some of those air purifiers can be a little cumbersome, we'll just say. So, all right, that's the Smartmi Fjord. And then another, we'll see pronunciation, the Ikea Trade Free. We've settled on Trade Free, right? That's how you say that? Trade Free?
I don't say like the hard A. It's like Trod Free is usually how I say it. Yeah.
I know our listeners are going to reach out. They're going to say, actually, a voice out of the well, actually. But then Trodfree, they are expanding their HomeKit. IKEA has new HomeKit lights. I got to say, these look pretty sweet. They got some new lights that would go under cabinetry that can even work with like motion, like opening a drawer, stuff like that. Stuff that would go under shelves, like in a bathroom. And very like low profile. Looks really cool. I don't know if it's available for purchase just yet. I don't see the link. I'll try and find a link for show notes to see if we can actually buy it. You need the trad-free. You do need
making up things, man.
Now I'm making it up. You do need the trad-free gateway for it to communicate with HomeKit. So you need the gateway from IKEA plus the lights. But I don't know, man. These look really nice, especially their under cabinet ones. What do you think?
Yeah, I've always just used light strips for under the cabinets, and they've worked well. Like I use just the Hue ones primarily because the Hue motion sensor is so rock solid, and there's so many customization options. So walking to the kitchen at different times of day, the lights will instantly turn on to various brightnesses. It's really nice. But these, I like that they have like a nice kind of bar look to them. The only problem is I don't think these would work in my kitchen because the cabinets where the edges of the cabinets are drop down like an extra like half an inch or something below the bottom of the cabinets themselves.
Right.
If that makes sense. And the picture of the middle, they're like perfectly flat. So if you have some nice, perfectly flat cabinets, these would work. And they're useful for other situations, but not my kitchen cabinets where I need the flexibleness of a light strip. So we had the middled with T's.
Middled is the name. Yep.
Is for the kitchen. And then we've got SKYDRAG for the wardrobe and kitchen. So that's just another version of the bar, but it looks like it mounts more towards the front. But
Right.
SKYDRAG and kitchen, SKYDRAG for wardrobe and kitchen. And then do you want to say the bathroom name one, Stephen?
The bathroom one name is SilverGlands.
I think so.
SilverGlands.
I think that's a Christmas song.
Wow, that's pretty good.
SilverGlands.
Okay, anyway. This is going to turn into a musical show. So, and just so you know, I'm putting links to all of these in show notes because they are available to purchase right now. I'm looking at the IKEA US store, of course, but you can get the SilverGlands, the SKYDRAG, and the middled. The middled and SKYDRAG, I think it's like $16, $18. So these are pretty affordable. Again, you need the gateway for it to work with HomeKit, and these are not colors. These are just white light strips. These are not you can't change the colors or anything. It's just white. But dimmable would be good for a kitchen, maybe bathroom, if you're just trying to get some light in there somewhere. So there you go. And I guess they work especially well with IKEA like cabinets. I'm looking at some of the videos on the website, and it shows them like
that makes sense.
Yeah, they unscrew. There's a specific screw in the cabinet made for these. So anyway, that's cool. Good stuff from IKEA. Trade free. That's all I'm going to say from now on.
Just all the pronunciations of
pronounce
A.
it both ways. Yeah, all the A sounds. Also, Meross, I know how to pronounce that one. Meross has released a new HomeKit bulb with adaptive lighting. And so if you're looking for a specific bulb, and again, Meross does not require a hub. So this is a Wi-Fi bulb, and it's got LEDs. This is a color-changing bulb, and it's HomeKit. I have to say I've not done any smart bulbs in my new house because I went with all switches, but, put it in a lamp, maybe a desk lamp or something if you want to be able to change colors. That's cool. So that's available.
I do a lot. I think the bulbs are very underrated, just depending on your situation. It's nice to have the switches, but I think I like having both because the bulbs have color. Like these numerous ones, they do support like the whole color spectrum as well as adaptive lighting. So you have the benefits of adaptive lighting in your house, and then you have the benefits of accent colors and things like that. And we use the colors pretty frequently. So not having the colors is a big downside. So I like that you can use a switch to control smart bulbs and stuff like that. So I like having both.
Yeah. Our last kind of new product or update, there's a new HomeKit Smart Lock. This is not available in the US just yet. It looks like this is a UK product. This is the Brisant Ultion Nuki. Man, this is another pronunciation episode. Nuki, N-U-K-I. It is available for pre-order in the UK. It's £239, which equates to some kind of US dollar. I'm not exactly sure. Probably more. But this is super, again, futuristic looking HomeKit door lock. It's very, very tall, kind of takes up a large portion of the door, but it's got like a handle for the thing instead of a knob, which is interesting. You know, if you like that style, it fits your home. I'll put a picture of it and the link in show notes. But Ultion Nuki, nice to have another smart lock with us too.
Yeah, this also works with their the Nuki's keypad or their key fob as other options. So not home key, I don't think, but at least you can use their key fob to go along with it. And it's for the UK. I'm guessing it's tall just because of their lock styles over there, Stephen, would be my primary guess. If that's the handle, and then just like the taller lock styles. So I think that's just the look of them over there. Those crazy Brits.
Yeah, William Gallagher. You know, he knows about those locks.
You know. Yeah.
Deadbolts. I think deadbolts go the opposite way in the UK. Isn't that right? Toilet flushes the opposite way in Australia. Deadbolts go the opposite way in the UK. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that sounds accurate. You put the door lock on the wall, and it retracts into the wall instead of the door.
Right? Yeah, that'd be interesting. You need the keyhole in the wall instead of the door, but you know, to each his own. Something like that. Let us know, UK. How do your doors work? I don't know. I
already have the emails of the complaints coming in.
They're already coming in. It's not even aired, and they're coming in. All right, well, we want to talk about some Prime Day deals. Before we do, one of our sponsors for this week's episode, which is SwitchBot, they have Prime Day deals going on right now. Not only do they have 30% off all the products on their web store and on Amazon for Amazon Prime Day. Again, that's July 12th and 13th, and that's when the Prime Days are happening, so SwitchBot's doing their sale as well. And they got sales on, like, all of their stuff. I mean, you got the curtain rods, you got our solar panel, the SwitchBot robot fingers, the Hub Mini, which also acts as an IR blaster. You should check that out if you're looking for some IR control. And, of course, the SwitchBot Plug Mini. Boom! The first HomeKit device from SwitchBot. If you're not watching on YouTube, you just missed an epic product reveal right there in the camera. That was like perfect time. The focus. I'm trying one more time. Ready? SwitchBot Plug Mini.
Smash cut.
Boom! There it is. You can get their SwitchBot Plug Mini. It is a HomeKit plug, which is great. And again, 30% off all these products. A really good deal because their stuff is already affordable, and now you can get a bunch off. And you can get an extra 5% off HomeKit listeners if you use the code 35PRIMESB for SwitchBot SB, 35PRIMESB, valid July 12th and 13th. So as you listen to this episode, it's like tomorrow and the next day, July 12th and July 13th. Can be used on the website for SwitchBot and Amazon, US, UK, Denmark, Netherlands. I should not have tried to do all these countries. Looks like France, Spain, and Italy. Those are all the countries. I think I got them. I think I got all the abbreviations. So Prime Day deals. Check it out. SwitchBot. Boom. Got it one more time right there in the camera. All right. So SwitchBot's got some awesome Prime Day deals. Link in the show notes to that. Andrew, I know we got a bunch of other Prime Day deals from some of our lovely brands here. Hit me with some Prime Day deals. Bam!
Okay, so first let's talk about some of the ones that we don't know yet. And this one is not official, but I can almost guarantee you we're going to see some sales from them. And that is going to be under the Yale brand of August. August always has Prime Day deals. And I have not got anything yet. They'll probably send me stuff like closer to Prime Day if there is something official. But I like calling them out because they are one of the most popular smart home locks. They're hugely popular in the HomeKit ecosystem. They have some really unique features. I love the ability to know when your door is left open or not. I think that's massively helpful if it's like cracked and not closed all the way. Right. But yeah, so keep an eye out for August. They probably will have some sales going on. Then
very good.
We can look at, how about some Ecobee sales, Stephen? Ecobee.
Oh, man, yes. Am I going to replace my current Ecobee with the new premium model because of this sale? That's my question. How good is this sale?
Well, based on this, no. But Ecobee has the smart thermostat with voice control.
All right, that's the one I have.
So smart thermostat with voice control. So I think is that the last generation one then, Stephen?
It's the last generation model.
It still has okay, so that's still a very good model, but it is $35 off. So they brought that price down to $219, and it's $185 for Prime Day.
Okay.
Through both Amazon and Ecobee's website. So I think it's a pretty good deal if you need a thermostat and you don't care about the couple new features on the updated models. Yeah. Then there's the Ecobee Smart Sensor for door and windows. These are also $20 off. So going from $20 off. So they're 80 down to 60. These things, Steven, one of my favorite features of my smart thermostat, especially in these warmer months, is you put them on your door, your windows. They act as occupancy sensors for the room, but they can also tell you that door window is open and can use it for the security features of the Ecobee. So like if somebody enters your home and you're not home, things like that. And they use like all this artificial intelligence to create like a security system without having to have a camera in your home. But it'll also pause your AC or your heat if your door is left open for too long. So if you've ever had like a barbecue or something, or decide to open a screen door or something, and you're trying to heat the outside or cool the outside, you don't have to go over there and turn it off and come back on or anything like that. It'll just automatically do it, and you get an alert. Hey, your door window's been open for a little while. We're going to go ahead and pause your AC until the window or door closes again. I think that's awesome.
Yes.
It's great. And now you can pick up a pair for $20 off. So it's two of them for 60 instead of 80.
That's a good deal right there. And, you know, we actually just in July 4th, our pool is finally, it was swimmable. And so we were swimming in the pool, but we have like some doors right there from the house to the pool, left them open. And, you know, it's hot. We live in Florida. And so, you know, air conditioner didn't know what to do. And that would have been a great feature. I might have to look into some of those. It's cool automation.
Absolutely.
Very nice. All right, what else we got?
So I would also say, and I'm not sure if these will change by Prime Day, but Eero, they're owned by Amazon. Of course, you've got some crazy Prime Day deals on some of their routers. And some of their routers, there's some of the few that actually work with HomeKit. So you do have a few Linksys ones that support HomeKit, but also the Eero Wi-Fi 6 ones, those work with HomeKit. They're all new 6E versions do not, but the other ones do. And I'm seeing some crazy stuff. Like here's a tri-band Wi-Fi 5 set, $449 down to $224. That's a 3-pack. I think that's awesome.
That is nice.
Eero Pro plugs. Oh, Eero Pro, so the Pro, plus 2 additional beacons, $309 down to $154, half off.
Wow.
Like these are some pretty sweet deals. Single Eero Pro, just a single Eero Pro, tri-band Wi-Fi 5, supports speeds up to a gigabit. Half off, 160 down to 160 down to 80. So there's some pretty good deals. There's a few of them out there, but definitely check out Eero if you're looking for a HomeKit router and you want to get one on sale for Prime Day.
Yeah.
Moving
and I will say
down the list.
I will say,
I'm looking this up.
I just say with the Eero, you know, owned by Amazon, yada yada. You know, depending on how techie you feel about that or whatever. But when it comes to recommending wireless routers to just like normal people, non-techie, what's the easiest to set up and most reliable? I do think Eero is still one of the best, like just simple, like dead simple setup. The app is so, I mean, it's a beautiful app, like it's well designed, but it really walks you through, easy to set up multiple mesh, you know, points and stuff. And other apps are good too, like the Linksys app is good for setup. But I will just say, especially because you can get that HomeKit, which my Linksys routers never got HomeKit Linksys. But the Eero, it's a good option, especially maybe if it's not for you personally, maybe for a friend or family member who needs just that really simple Wi-Fi setup. So that's all.
Yeah, I've started using them more. I was very apprehensive with the whole Amazon ownership and kind of going through some more of the stuff and talking to them, and especially with the HomeKit integrations where you can limit things, I decided to give them a try. So I've been using them recently, and I do really like them. The other thing I would say with them is they also support Thread. So you can actually use these as like Thread routers in your house as well. So just another benefit for the Eeros in the smart home.
There you go. All right. So Eero, this is some good deals. Now, what about anyone else? Have you got any other brands?
Yeah, I got a couple. Cut another one here. So Level, Level is who is having some sales for Prime Day. So specifically, they have their Level Bolt. Their Level Bolt will be on sale. Now, the Bolt I'm trying to remember, but I remember the bolt, I believe, Steven, this is the one that it's the original invisible level lock. Like,
correct. You don't have to replace any of your external lock things. It looks just like your current lock does. You replace the thing inside the door, the little circle.
Yes, it is completely hidden. The original invisible smart lock. That's what gained so much attention when this thing launched. And still great product, still great hardware. Everything about it is awesome. Good discount here, Steven. Good discount. This thing is going $200, $199 down to $140 on both days of Prime Day. 30% off. And you can get a bundle with the keypad for $218. I don't know if that part's a sale. I don't know if that's anything additional off.
The bundle,
but you can bundle it with a keypad.
It's usually $278. I'm looking at it right now, so that's It's a pretty good discount.
Well, yeah, but isn't it just a discount off of the lock or the keypad? But either way, the keypad is not available on sale on its own, it looks like.
Sure.
So it'll just be the 30% off the lock itself, and you have the option to bundle it with a keypad if you want to get both at the same time. It'll also be featured as the smart home deal of the day. If that, tickles your whistle or anything like that. So, yeah. Those are, I think, is that not a saying?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Let me ask you, those are some great sales. Side note on the lock, let me ask you this, because we have some new deadbolts in our home, and the margin of passage for the deadbolt through the striker plate that's on the wall side, it is so tight that a couple of the doors in our house, you have to kind of like pull the door a little bit and then lock the deadbolt, because it's, the plate is just like there's barely any margin of error. And so I'm looking actually right now on Amazon, if you can get strike plates that are wider, just like a little wider, so the hole has a little more margin of error and you wouldn't have to like pull the door and lock it. And mainly because we have young kids, and so my youngest daughter, like, she just doesn't have the strength to like pull the door and lock it at the same time. And one of those doors is like for a pool bath door that goes from the outside to the inside. So trying to figure out a solution for this. Have you ever done something like that where you like buy a striker plate that's a little wider to see if that worked, or do you have other solutions for it?
I mean, I believe there are different sizes of strike plates that you can pick up, and where you can adjust what you have there. The one thing that, if you're getting a level, you can't do this. You can't do it. But I've seen, I had to do this on, I think I told the story on the show, when I had that Lockatron, and I had a similar situation where it's very tight. And they actually just used like a grinder and tapered the ends of the deadbolt itself just a little bit. So with the ends of the deadbolt tapered, when it would go in, it would pull itself into position. Because it would go in at a tiny bit more narrow and get in the hole, and then as you would push, or as the lock would push, it would then align itself, pull the door straight, and make sure it's going into the actual strike plate how it should. So if you have any other lock than level, because level is replacing the actual deadbolt part, you can do that. Just grind those down a little bit to make it tapered. But if you have a level, the only thing you can really do is try to reposition that strike plate. It can't be too small getting into the strike plate, right? Because the strike plate there's always a gap around the strike plate and your deadbolt throw. Like, it can't be like super, super tight around that. If it is, then you get a different strike plate that isn't weirdly small. But they all should be fairly standard sizes. So it could be the wood inside of that is not dug out properly. So you can always remove your strike plate and see if you can use a chisel and a hammer to expand the opening a little bit, or drill bit, if you have a larger one at that size, to drill it out a little bit more too.
Okay.
But those are pretty much your options.
Huh. Okay. All right, we're gonna try. We'll try that. I'm looking on Amazon right now. I'm looking at some stuff. We'll see. But anyway, Amazon Prime Day deals. Whether you need lock, thermostat, the Eero routers, and of course SwitchBot's got their deals. So good stuff. on Prime Day.
I know, and I would say just keep an eye. I know we're going to do stuff on Apple Insider, so stay tuned, because there's a lot of other HomeKit brands that we usually see stuff from, and they could possibly be cluing us in before this even Prime Day goes live. I would expect to see things from Hue. They usually have some stuff on sale.
Right.
I think we'll see things from maybe LifeX or Eve. Eve always does Prime Day deals, so watch for them. Just keep an eye out on Apple Insider. Hopefully we'll have some sort of smart home HomeKit section to our Prime Day deals, and we'll let you guys know.
All right. Very good. All right, well, and let's thank our next sponsor. I'm not sure if they have Prime Day deals, but we have a deal for you, because Hunter Douglas is our second sponsor today. And listen, you've heard us talk about Hunter Douglas. They have the incredible, innovative window shade designs with gorgeous fabrics, and the control system so advanced they can be scheduled to automatically adjust to their optimal position throughout the day. And you can diffuse harsh sunlight, cast a beautiful glow across the room. You can enjoy the view outside while protecting your privacy inside. They even offer insulation that the shades provide, which helps with some utility bills. And of course, the Hunter Douglas PowerView technology means you can, again, automatically reposition and control it with HomeKit. These can be HomeKit shades that you control in your HomeKit automations and just manually in the HomeKit app. So, Andrew, I know you got some Hunter Douglas stuff. Tell me how much you love your Hunter Douglas shades.
I do love the Hunter Douglas shades, and I think this is hilarious because I was working yesterday, and Jeff actually messaged me, and he's like, "Who is the best bet for all around custom HomeKit blinds shades?" He's like, "Hunter Douglas," and he's like, "I got one of those in the master bathroom," and he's looking to expand them out, and he was like, "They still one of the best ones out there?" And I'm like, "Yes, they are," and he's picking up some more. So I just thought that was hilarious. They just sponsored a show, and here I am, like, trying to give recommendations unrelated to any sponsorships, and yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. So live beautifully with Hunter Douglas, enjoying greater convenience, enhanced style, and increase the comfort of your home throughout the day. Visit hunterdouglas.com/HomeKit, and you can get a free Style Get Smarter design guide. You get fresh takes, creative ideas, smart solutions for dressing your windows. That's hunterdouglas.com/HomeKit for your free design guide, and that link will be in the show notes as well. Our thanks to Hunter Douglas for sponsoring this episode. Now, we have some listener questions that I would like to get to, but before we do, just want to run through this roundup real quick. Daryl on Apple Insider, he did a best robot vacuums for your money in July 2022, and I've not bought a robot vacuum yet for the new house, and I want to. The one I really want is the one you reviewed recently, and it's not, I can't get it soon. It is the Roborock, let me get this name right, because there's a lot of letters here. It's the Roborock Max V Ultra 7 Plus? S7 Plus Max V Ultra?
It's the S7 Max V Ultra.
There you go. And the reason why
the Roborock S7 Max V is the vacuum itself, and then the Ultra means you're getting the ultimate charging bin.
Ultimate charging bin. Yeah, because what I want, if you've seen The Godfather, what I want, guaranteed, no more attempts on my father's life. Have you seen The Godfather, Andrew? Have you ever seen that movie?
Yes, I have.
It's a good movie. All right, so some of the okay, very good. Some of the robots in this roundup, you got the Roomba S9 Plus, which is Roomba's like high-end vacuum. It looks really good. Only does vacuuming though. It does have like the self-automatic disposal, but no mopping. If you go with the Roomba ecosystem, Roomba has their Bravia mop jet, and so you can get a second device for mopping, but the S9 Plus, it's just their vacuum. And then you have some other ones like the Shark, Samsung's got their JetBot, the Miele Scout. There's a bunch in this roundup. I'll put a link in the show notes. But the reason why I wanted that Roborock S7 Max V Ultra is because it is both vacuum and mop in a single device, and you can get the Ultra base station. If our listeners remember, we talked about it. You reviewed it. The Ultra, where it empties its own water and empties the dirt. I mean, it basically does everything for you. I think it even takes your dog for a walk. I'm not sure. That's not confirmed.
It cleans its own mop. It cleans itself after it's done. And scuttles up, backs itself in there, and a little brush comes and cleans the mopping surface before it goes back to clean your floors.
insane. And it also has like LiDAR because it can chart your home. This is the Roborock. Let me ask you from your review, if you could remember, how is the mopping ability, because this is a combination device, do you think that it suffers and doesn't mop as well as opposed to like the Bravia, which is a standalone, or did you find it mopped pretty good?
I haven't tested any standalone moppers. I've tested other vacuums that have mops, and the other ones that had mops were typically terrible. They would do some sketchy stuff, like, you just install the mop, and it would be like a water basin with the mop attached, and it would just suck the water out just by touching it, and it would draw the water out into the mop, and then it would just drag it along your floor. I'm like, that's not mopping. That's not doing anything.
Getting your floor wet. That's all that's doing.
Yeah, it's just getting your floor wet. So that stuff's not helping. But I think this does a decent job. And I mean, you see the water that comes out of this thing, and you're like, that was on my floor. That's cool. But yeah, it does a good job, I think. I don't think it's going to do anything extreme, but I think it does a really good job for an all-in-one device.
Right. Well, I am, still looking at it. Right now, you can pre-order the Roborock from their website. It says it'll ship July 22nd, which I guess is only 11 days from when you listen to this episode. It is also not inexpensive. If you want the whole max package, it's like $1,400. But if you look at like the top-end Roomba plus their Bravia mop thing, you're looking at a similar price, and it doesn't have all the same features. So, listeners, if you got one of these,
even looking at the the S7 Plus, that still has a 2-in-1 emptying station, but that's still $1,000.
Right.
So it's like $400 more, and you get the better suction, you get all of the fanciness of the new one with the Trio station, and I think it's worth it for spending just a little bit more money on something. It's a fairly expensive appliance in the house, but we use ours regularly. We use it all the time. You can control it with Siri shortcuts, which is helpful.
Right. So I'm looking at it right now on their website. I'm thinking about it. It says it's estimated shipment by July 22nd. I don't see where I can. Oh, here we go. Buy now. Is this the episode?
Okay, so while you shop,
yeah, please.
The other one that I would recommend for people listening out there would be a similarly spec'd vacuum from Ecovacs, I believe, which is the D-Bot X1 Omni. Very similar, does a lot of the same stuff, has the empty wash fill station, and can mop and vacuum your house. So that's another really nice option for these do-it-all vacuums. And we have a lot of animals in the house, and it is so much easier just to throw up the stools or something and pick up the one rug in the living room that causes a fuss and just let them run around and do 90% of the work. There's still times where it's going to drag out a dust bunny from underneath a coffee table or something, but it's something that's easy enough to pick up and grab, and Faith will run around with the duster, the duster on a stick.
Yeah.
You impaled a dust bunny and is running around with it.
Impale.
Those things. And that's what basically we got to do to put that thing on there. Yeah.
I got you.
But yeah, so that's another option that wasn't on this list here, but is another really good for a do-it-all. And I will say, Ecovacs is a common participant in Amazon Prime Day and deals. So
okay,
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a discount on that one too.
Okay. And I'm going to put a link, the Roborock S7 Max V Ultra that we were talking about. It's not available to buy on Amazon yet, but on Roborock's website, they're talking about they're going to have some Prime deals going on, at least for their other models. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to buy it right now. I'm going to check back on Prime Day just in case. Maybe that S7 Max V Ultra will pop up for sale on Prime Days, July 12th or 13th, and we'll see. Maybe I'll buy it then. So I'll link to that in the show notes as well. All right, real quick,
Steven.
My real quick.
You're real quick. I just got an email. An email.
Okay.
With some deals.
Some deals.
Eve.
Okay.
Eve. Eve's light strip. $75 before the deal, 20% off for Prime Day, and then 25% off the light strip extensions. Those are running 7/11 to 7/14. The Eve Cam, also 20% off 7/11 through 7/14. one of our favorite indoor HomeKit secure video cameras. 20% off there, which is nice. We've got the Eve Energy Strip, $100 before the deal, 40% off. 40% off, Steven. Holds 3 plugs, control them all individually.
Yes.
Energy monitoring built in, so you have larger appliances, you can see how much energy you're consuming.
Yeah.
So yeah, 40% off on that guy.
It's a good deal.
We have the Eve Water Guard. Now, this doesn't say if it's the new one, but I assume it's the new one.
With thread.
30% off. 30% off on that guy.
All right.
We've got the Eve Room. Eve Room, I think it's the one with thread. Mm-hmm. Right, Steven?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Wait,
oh, yeah. So 40, it looks like it's listing both. So 40% off on Amazon. 40% off. This is $100 down to 60. 40% off. And then $20 off the non-thread version.
Okay. Well, get the thread one, though. You want the thread one. Let's be real.
Finally, Eve door and window, $40, 20% off again. This is the thread-enabled door and window sensor. 20% off for Prime Day. So there, we got it. I'm glad we got that in.
All right, very cool.
More Prime Day deals.
I will put a link to Eve's store page on Amazon, which has links to all of their products. You can check those out. Someone actually, moving into listener questions, someone asked me about a HomeKit-enabled power strip with surge protection, and the Eve one is the one. Eve power strip, you can control each outlet specifically. It has surge protection, and of course, HomeKit for that power strip. So I might get one of these Eve Weathers. So did you say the Eve Weather was going to be on sale too? Did you say that?
I don't think I said that one. I said the room.
Okay.
Interior one with air quality versus the Eve Weather.
That Eve Weather. I might have to get one of those. We'll see.
Also thread.
I know, it's got thread. All right, real quick, listener questions. This is Cordell Carter on Twitter. He was asking, he has one switch that controls 2 lights, and those are Wemo switch lights. And he wants to add another smart switch, like a wall switch, that would control both lights and maintain the proper on-off status in the Home app. Now, if you were to use something like a Wemo Stage, correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew, but I don't think you will see the status in the Stage part. Like, I don't think the Stage gives you any kind of status, right? I don't think there's anything you put on the wall that gives you a status of other devices, right? You think that's what he's asking about?
Okay, from my understanding of this is that, sorry about that, is they want to be able to control the lights with a physical light switch and see, like, the status in the Home app. So he has, like, he wants to add a light switch, wall switch to control the lights, and maintain the proper on-off status in the Home app.
I mean, the 2 lights that you're controlling, that status will obviously be in the Home app. Like, you'll see whether those lights are on or off. The switch, like any kind of like button, like if you got the Eve button or if you got the Wemo Stage or like a new Hue like switch, I don't think the switch itself shows you the status. I think they expect you to just kind of look in the Home app to see. Does that make sense?
So he's got, I'm just trying to follow. So I think he is, when he says Wemo switches, those are wall switches.
Right.
Sorry, they're plugs, right?
You know what? I don't know. Cordell, tweet at us again. Please specify. We need more information, pictures maybe. That would be helpful. And we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Jake DeGroot, he sent us an email. He has a Wemo Stage controller. He put it in a 3-gang wall plate, and he's got 2 Lutron switches on either side, so on the far left and the far right. And in the middle, he wanted to put the Wemo Stage controller mounted on the wall, as you do. But the adapter that comes with the Wemo Stage controller, if you try to mount that into a gang plate, it sticks out. And the Wemo Stage controller is just held on by a magnet, and it's not a super strong magnet. So if you, like, walk by and brush the wall, like, that Wemo Stage controller is going to go flying. Like, it's not going to stay there. So he was asking if there was any kind of solution to inset the Wemo Stage controller, like, deeper into the wall gang thing. And he was saying, there's probably not a built-in one. Wemo probably doesn't sell one. But he was even asking for our listeners, our awesome audience out there, maybe, like, a 3D printed Wemo Stage controller deeper inset thing. If someone's got a 3D printer out there and can actually make a deeper one, there's apparently a market for it. And I totally get it because, like, he has a picture here, and it's visually weird because the Wemo stage controller like sticks out. So I don't know. Listeners, if you want to 3D
to give Wemo some credit, the reason it sticks out is because you are supposed to be able to pick it up off the wall.
For sure.
And if it was completely flush, then you would be unable to do so.
Right, for sure.
So you would be limiting that functionality, but that's fine if that's like your purpose. You don't need to move it, you just want it nicely in the wall.
Right. So yeah, and it's nice, again, as a little remote, but hey, if somebody wants to 3D print something, Jake will probably buy it from you. I'm not, no promises. It's up to Jake. But that's a good question. All right, let's do a couple more. Oh, Caleb Alexander sent me an email because I was talking about extending my Wi-Fi network to reach the Eve outdoor cam. He talked about back when Airport Expresses, and I'm not sure, I think he still uses them. You know, you could use Airport Expresses to extend a Wi-Fi network. And so I've been looking into that as well, kind of extending it without having to run an Ethernet to an extender. And because I have the Ubiquiti Unify system, they do sell extenders, ones that just kind of plug into an outlet and, extend the mesh network. The thing with these Ubiquiti ones, it takes up a whole outlet, and I don't have an outdoor outlet that's available. Like, I'm always using something there. And then it's not outdoor. This is an outdoor situation, and so it might be exposed to weather. And so I was really looking for an outdoor solution that will extend the Wi-Fi network. So I know the answer is just to get a outdoor Wi-Fi thing, put it on the side of my house, and run the Ethernet cable to it. That's like the best answer. But I might try to explore some of these extenders. And so if our listeners have other experience with Wi-Fi extenders that are actually good, because you can get a Wi-Fi extender for like $15 and it's terrible, and then you can get like high-end ones. So if you have experience with good Wi-Fi extenders, especially for outdoor, like weather-ready ones, let me know. I'd be curious. Nathan Cly, he actually sent an email. He was saying he has a Meross garage door opener. He has the same one that I do. And his neighbor rang his doorbell in the middle of the night because apparently his garage door opened randomly at like 11:30 p.m. And this is kind of like one of my great fears of having like a smart garage door or even smart lock is like, will it ever open or unlock without any input? Will it just like malfunction or do something and just be open? And so I don't know, you would have to explore all your automations and triggers to see if anything set it off by accident. Although I will say, because it's a access type device, Siri doesn't let you do it unless you do it from your personal device. Like if you do a shortcut or scene from your phone or watch, it will open the garage. But if you try to like talk to a HomePod, it has to recognize your voice. So I don't know if it would be like a Siri thing, but I don't know. Andrew, do you have any idea what might set off the garage door opener?
I don't. It seems weird. Like you said, even on your phone and stuff, you do need to like use Face ID to unlock, to control access points, open a lock, or anything like that. So that's peculiar. You could use something, like HomeLog maybe, to see if you can see, like, this is going forward, to try and monitor for things that are going on to see what would be triggering such a thing. Yeah. But, I don't know. I double check what scenes automations you have going on. I don't know if it could have, I don't know. The power surge that caused it to trigger. Right. Weird.
It is weird. So, see, if you do more investigation, Nathan, reach out, let us know. And, contact Meross. They have support, so they have Twitter accounts, stuff like that. They might be able to diagnose it from a distance. And finally, Jim Brasser sent us an email. We talked about iPad as a home hub, how that might be changing in iPad OS 16, weird architecture changes. He used an iPad, and this is something Apple actually recommended he do. He brought his home hubs, reset them, brought them to Florida. He's originally from New York, set up a smart home there, but found that he was triggering automations back in his New York home with his Florida setup, even though he reset all the stuff. The solution Apple gave him was leave an iPad in your New York home as a home hub on, and somehow that solves the home hub automation issue from a second location. So he was saying, how might that change with this iPad OS 16 update? And again, we're not really sure because Apple has not been clear about what the iPad as a home hub change is. It said it won't have the new architecture, or you won't, if you do want to use it as a home hub, the Home app won't have that new architecture. Don't know what that means for features and automations, Matter when that comes out. So until Apple gives us more information, I'm not really sure we have any idea. But as of right now, you can still use an iPad as a home hub in iPadOS 16. What features you won't have available by doing that we're not sure of. We'll have to wait and see probably until this fall.
I mean, the big thing that we know based on your email, Jim, is that nothing's going to change. They said the functionality that you have today will be exactly the same in iOS 16 or iPadOS 16. So, like, if you're worried about maintaining what you have, you're good. You just might lose out on some of the other features or new speed improvements with the updates. But we'll have to wait closer to the release till we find out.
Yeah. Well, those are our listener questions. Keep them coming. Tweet at us. Send us your emails. We'd love to hear about it. Love to hear about your Wi-Fi extenders and what you're getting on Prime Day. If you got taking advantage of any of those deals, don't forget you watch the show on YouTube, youtube.com/HomeKit Insider. And, of course, give us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. We'd love to give you a shout-out at the top of the show. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.